If you are early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, you're fired. This is my go bag. This is crucial. The one thing that I wanted to start with is the phone is the most important thing. So let's start with the phone cord. I've been on sets in New York where I subwayed to set. I used Google Maps. I didn't actually know how to get there without Google Maps. And then my phone died. And then I had the fun opportunity of figuring out how to get home late at night after a long day.
Go hit a bodega to get a charger or something.
Exactly. I have literally done exactly that. I like to have an Expo marker. This is also kind of optional, but just like a lot of times they have laminated pieces of paper on set. So it's nice to have an Expo so they can wipe it off. Sharpie, you will use this thing every day. And then I like to also have a pencil in case there's any paper that needs to be written on. And then, especially if you live in California and you're doing exteriors and you're doing lockdowns, sunscreen is crucial. Make sure you know what SPF is going to work best for you. Make sure you're reapplying. But I have walked away from sets with like the worst sunburns ever, like worse than like just me going to the beach, because you're standing in the sun for literally all day, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So one thing that I kind of recommend is actually having an Aperture MC in your bag, or just any kind of like magnetic light. I've actually found this super helpful, where you can just stick it to stuff. And I was on a set where I basically had to fix a smoke detector, and it was like in the dark corner of this room and I couldn't see anything. And I was on this ladder. I couldn't figure out how to like rig my iPhone to like put light up at the smoke detector. So I just stuck this onto the ladder itself, and it was like super clutch. So this is just a nice little tool to have. It's not super necessary, but in earnest, I actually use it. So I would recommend
those
it.
Aperture MCs, they always come in handy. I use them for tons of random things too. So it's always good to have in your kit.
Exactly. And then a multi-tool is probably one of the most important things you can have in your kit. And then the last thing, and you're going to be like, what the heck is this? Ziploc bag. This Ziploc bag is so crucial because a lot of times the producer's giving you petty cash or a credit card to go buy things when you're going on a run or whatever it is. And you want to have it in a Ziploc bag. One, if you just throw it in your wallet, you might get confused whose cash is whose. You can get in trouble with the producer. And two, if it rains, if there's weather, you have everything in the same place. So if you're getting receipts, if you're getting change, just throw it in the bag.
The next thing I would probably rock is closed-toed shoes. I wouldn't go with flip-flops.
What I always say is comfortable closed-toed shoes that have rubber soles. Flip-flops are total no-go. You want to make sure that you're wearing closed-toed shoes because they're heavy things on film sets, and if they fall on your toes, it's not going to feel too good.
Now let's talk about the last crucial step of prepping the night before, and that's a good night's rest.
Figure out what you need to do to maximize sleep. Make sure your alarm is set. Get as much sleep as possible. Don't mess around the night before. Don't show up to set hungover. It's just not a good idea.